Hello everyone, welcome to Bowl's Theory of Everything. Please note, got no bowl in my hand, not going to roll it along my beautiful lawn. Um, this is about working from home, a workout from home, a 10-minute routine that keeps you sharp, a 10-minute bowls workout at home. Can't get down to the green today? No worries. You can do it all here. You can use your brain and your body so you're match ready for your next game. I'll cover balance, delivery technique, a bit of strength and stability work, and some strategic thinking. No bowls required, you see. Firstly, grounding and balance. So this is a drill for posture and foot control. So you can use a mat. I've got a backdoor mat, but you can put anything. You can do this indoors. You don't require much space. I've come out because the weather's good. But if the weather's not good, or you haven't got a garden, you can do this in a small enclosed space, your bedroom or your landing. So you stand on here. This is shift weight gently from your back foot to the front foot. So you're lined up for your delivery, and I'm delivering down there. So you're doing, and you're rocking backwards and forwards like that. Just simple as that. Shifting weight from the back foot to the front foot. Focus on balance. So if you're wobbling a bit, try and keep that, try and look straight ahead. Just go backwards and forwards like that. That gives you that control and those leg muscles and the stillness you need. If you can manage that, try one thing more, and that is standing on one leg. So you're still looking at the same thing, you're still visualizing that thing. Take the other leg off. You can go down, that's good. And do that with both legs, and balance is good. Look straight ahead. That gives you strength as well, and that stillness. So even 1 or 2 minutes of control shifting to and from and balancing builds that delivery stability, because wobbliness on the mat means wobbly bowls. Secondly, shadow delivery reps. So these are just going through the total delivery in slow motion. You do about 10 of these, don't need a bowl, and notice I'm on the mat again. I'll bring it back a bit so you can see me a bit square on when I go down. So it's slow motion bowling. Concentrate on your posture, keep the back straight. Straight swing, the pendulum swing that I covered in previous weeks, and follow a nice straight follow through down the line. Keep as low as possible so you can imagine you're letting the bowl go close to the ground. Thirdly, core and stability strength. So first exercise here, sit against the wall, sit against any flat surface and bend your legs at 90 degrees. So they've got to be 90 degrees, and you can sit and relax. And I'm relaxed here, a bit like one of those yoga poses. And I can feel, just for the angle of my legs, I can feel that thigh muscle exercising and tightening. So this is all to helps you with your core and stability strength. So sit there for 30 seconds, longer if you wish. Second exercise, standing leg swing. So again, you just stand with one leg and swing the other leg. So it's a bit further than just balancing, but that one, and do it with the other leg and try and keep the posture down. I was leaning a bit there. That's another exercise, 10 each leg. That helps with hip mobility and balance. Third one, for core and stability strength, heel to toe rock. And you do this for about 30 seconds. You're just going up on your toes and back to the heels. Up on the toes and go up as far as you can. That'll strengthen you can feel the muscles working in your legs and your feet. That strength will give you that balance on the mat. That's a series of physical work you can do at home, just in a small space there. Now, visualization. Your game of bowls is not just about your body and your action, it's about visualizing things and having a mental picture so that your brain can control your body when you're on the rink. So you can picture a jack. You don't need distance, you don't need big room, you don't need a garden necessarily, because you can close your eyes even and visualize where you're bowling. If you can visualize something, you're more likely to do it. I bet when people take penalties, like we did watching the football the other night, they must have gone through taking those penalties, visualizing where they were going to hit the ball. Bang. Do it with bowls. Mentally think the line you're going to bowl. Sometimes you can visualize the rink you're going to bowl on. I used to try and check the rink at my home club where I was going to bowl, and I knew in advance where the lines were I was going to take. I visualized what I was doing, and that visualization. So when you get on the rink, it's not suddenly a new something you haven't experienced, because you've experienced it in your mind. Okay, something else you can do, a bit different. You can look at puzzles in the same way as you have puzzles on chess, or puzzles on bridge, or other mental puzzles, crosswords. You can do the same for bowls. You can get printed diagrams, and the question will be asked, which shot are you going to play? Way up this head. And some bowls, like you can get these from Bowls International magazines or on Facebook. Some national bodies provide downloadable guides. So, for example, Bowls Australia do a club coach manual, and Bowls New Zealand do strategy models, and you can look in those and learn the theory of the game. So that's another thing in your mind. We'll post some descriptions of these, we'll find them and put them on the link. And in the meantime, I've downloaded one or two, which I can show you over here. And these are things, they were called Bowl Strategy Brain Teasers. And what I've done here, I've put in red what the recommendation is, and the blue is the other. So you're the black team, and this bowl here is holding shot. That crosses the jack. So the suggestion is, instead of trying to push this bowl on and knock that shot wood out, the suggestion is you come round on the forehand to the jack and draw it, or come round inside and just rest that one out. So that's the recommended, but that's a puzzle. You could do either thing. Where I've got this from, it's recommending coming that way. And here's another one here. Here, there's a trail. You're the black team. You haven't managed to get into the jack, you'll notice with these bowls, these blue bowls. If you try again, maybe you won't get into the jack. The suggestion is you bowl this trail shot. There's a jack, you trail it there, you trail it here, you can pick up two shots. What you have to do is come slightly narrower with slightly more weight, and the rewards are much greater. You've probably got a better chance of succeeding. And there's a couple of these 3 and 4, called the tempting wick or the blocker bluff. This is saying try not to use the come off a short bowl, try and do the draw bowl, and maybe push yours in or rest in on the shot there. Because trying to get the right angle off a short bowl, wicking off, is very hard indeed. It's the same here. Here's another one where you're trying to block the drive. Somebody's blocked you here, so you can't come in here, inviting you to do a drive. Now, the suggested answer here was play around the blocker with controlled weight round there. I mean, I don't particularly like that. And I'm going to say something about these puzzles now, that there's never usually one answer. There's quite often an either or more options on it. So if you're playing a game, for example, and you're confidently bowling down the backhand, you've got the line, you've got the length, and then suddenly one of these situations pops up, and the person over there says, no, forehand, this is the shot you've got to play, you've got this and this. But of course, if you haven't played the forehand, then don't know the line, maybe not even the weight's the same. So it may be an option to stick with your hand. There are chances you can do still on that same hand. I don't mean to stick dogmatically, but you've got to weigh up the options, advantages, disadvantages. Sometimes the advantages of bowling the hand you haven't bowled that you can't find far outweigh. So it's always a puzzle. It's a good idea to get these things out, look at them, read the heads, and then when you've got a real life situation, you'll have a lot more knowledge and you'll be able to judge things better. Okay, that's it. 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day to stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ready for the green. You've got a big game coming up, but you can't get down to your club. Try these things. Keep bowls in your mind. When you get out there, you won't be cold. You'll be ready to go. So in a future video, my next video, I'm going to do something about how people get in a rut and they don't change. And I've called it, why don't they change? Why do they keep doing that? And then I thought, well, I keep doing things. I've often gone down the same side and I should have changed that hand a long time ago and I haven't. So we all do it. So that's my next video. Please subscribe and you'll get a notification of it. Okay? Thanks very much. Have a good day and see you all soon. Goodbye.